Welcome to the Hot Rod Podcast with Ron Foreman and Brady Wright. We're the guys who eat, breathe, and live cars. Ron is the president and founder of the Rat Bastards Car Club and a longtime builder of awesome hot rods. Brady is the founder of the Idaho State Hot Rod Hall of Fame, a producer of car shows all across the Northwest, and the builder of the only rat rod ice cream truck in the state.
Hi, welcome to the show. This is show number 378. Before we get started, be sure to hit the share and like buttons on Facebook and YouTube. And let's have a good show.
It's going to be a good one today. This time we've got some folks from the late great Chevy Club, and they got kind of an interesting outlook on this whole thing. We'll do a little bit of their background, and then we'll get into how they're dealing with getting new people into the sport. So it's Brady and Ron. This is the Hot Rod Podcast, and with us tonight are Bob and Bud. Is that right? Raise up a hand. Tell me who's who.
Bob.
Yep, and Bud. All right. And you guys are part of the late, great Chevy Club. And it's kind of difficult to tell from the name. I suspect you might have something to do with Chevrolets. Am I right?
That's correct. All Chevrolets up to 85.
Very good. Well, that makes it easy as far as membership goes. So what we're here and talking about is, kind of we all love cars. And car clubs are a big part of the hobby. But one thing that's happening is that the hobby's kind of suffering from a shortage in a lot of ways of new, younger hot rodders. A lot of the time clubs are, I don't want to say aging out, but they're kind of getting that way. And one of the
kind of an evolution of the sign of the times, I think.
Yeah, sort of that. But the car club is, for a lot of people, their first entree into the business. I mean, everybody likes cars, but you go to a show or you go to a meet or a Cars and Coffee, and here's a chance for people in clubs to make an impression, maybe generate some new members and things like that. So that's kind of what we want to talk about. Ron's got some questions to start us off with, so I'll let him go and we'll just kind of jump in.
I do. So how long have you guys been a club?
Is you asking me?
Anybody can answer.
Anyone can answer. How long has your club been a club?
The club was initiated in 1991.
Cool.
So from there we took off.
Go ahead.
When we were taking off with strictly 58 to 64 Chevys, we only had that a lot year to work with. And over the years, it actually went in from 64 to 72, which really helped us with membership and getting some more variety of cars. And as we progressed a few years later down the road, we did the Tri-5, 5, 6, and 7, and we allowed them to bring their cars in. And at that time,
Can you be a member like a 55 Chevy Club and still be a member of your Chevy Club?
What was your question?
Can you be a member of another club and still be a member of your club?
That is correct. Yes, they can. They do.
Okay, that's cool.
We have some members in the club that have Ford cars, but they love our club.
Some clubs they're pretty particular about loyalty and making sure that they stay with the club that they are joining. We're pretty lax. The Rat Bastards are pretty lax either way.
So, but I want to ask actually a question about that. So, in order to be a member of the club, of the late great Chevy Club, you have to own a Chevy, or you just have to like Chevys?
We used to in the beginning, but we found out once we opened up the door, we allow anybody that wants to join, has the idea of possibly, if they don't own a car, to join the club and have interest in it. And we have grown so well since the COVID. And we're sitting now probably at about 110 members.
Okay.
That's interesting. That's very interesting.
Now, are those members all active?
Pretty much. We have some snowbirds. Gets out of this area in the wintertime, but yes, pretty active. We have monthly meetings. We probably have as many as 50 members attend a meeting. It's a pretty ongoing car club.
How
Yeah,
far spread? How far spread out are you? How many? Are they within 50 miles, or do you have like a 100-mile radius within the club, or?
We're probably 25, less than, yeah. Most of our members are really close. We have a couple in Idaho, Coeur d'Alene area, but
Mhm.
that's about it. It's pretty much a Pacific Northwest
Yeah.
area.
So where's the central location of your club?
Spokane.
Spokane. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
the
Cool.
surrounding area.
There's a
So
lot of cars in Spokane.
there are a lot of cars in
Oh,
Spokane.
there is a lot of cars in
Yeah.
Spokane. Correct.
Well, let me ask one. Since you have, I mean, obviously you're in Spokane. We're going to call it the Inland Empire just because that's the the popular name. But really, Spokane and the environs around there. Coeur d'Alene's about 20 miles from Spokane. By the Crow. But
Yeah.
there's a lot of people in between. It's not really. There's not really much. It's mostly city all the way out there now. So it didn't used to be. But given that you've got that many members, obviously they're all enthusiasts, they're all about the mark, and that's great. What's kind of the standard activity your club does? What do you guys about shows, you about gatherings, you about having dinner, you about supporting other
Cruising.
shows? What do you do?
Cruising.
Yeah, cruising, sure.
What keeps us busy is we have a monthly cruise. Basically,
Okay.
three guys get together and lay out a deal, and we'll follow the road and end up somewhere and either have dinner, could be an ice cream stop. It's something that we put together with the members, and that's just one day out of the 1 month, and everybody chips in, and we this year we have eliminated November and December because we're pretty much putting everything asleep.
Yeah. So what's the what's the population? What's the general, amount of people that show up? I mean, obviously, you don't have all 100 guys, for those cruises, but I'm sure you have a pretty good turnout. What's your average turnout for the cruises?
Depends on the weather. If the weather's really nice, they have a great turnout.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
And another function that they do is to have the Tuesday work group, and the guys get together and help somebody in the club work on their car.
There you
Oh,
go.
that's cool. Very cool.
Nice. So, how often during the course of what you do you guys get a chance to bring in new members? I mean, what's the criteria for bringing in new members? And do you get younger people coming in or expressing some interest in you guys on a regular basis? How's that work for you guys?
Oh,
We
go for it.
we have new members that come, but it's not a lot of new members. I think I would put them in the category they maybe inherited a car that is an older car,
Okay.
and they're younger, and grandpa's car, and they kind of maybe want to get some knowledge from the members. But we don't have a lot of younger members for some reason. They don't seem to stay. That's about what I would say. What do you think, Bud?
Yeah, I think you're right. As I can remember back a few years, some younger ones, but they just feel they're not there with a shiny new Chevelle, so to speak, as opposed to they're trying to, they're 20, 25 years old. They've got other priorities, but
Yeah.
they, our club has grown from what it used to be.
So what
That's
I understand though, you don't have to have a car to be a member.
No,
Did I understand that right?
right.
So we have like
Just to possibly down the road get a car, but it's not mandatory.
Hmm.
we have some people that are interested and they're like, we call them guilty by association. they want to hang out with us and have fun and be part of us, but they don't really have or can afford a project car or a car, but they like to hang out and just join the party, so to speak,
Yes,
which
I
is
believe
cool.
we have a few members who like to be in the club, to work at we do a couple car shows, our club does, and they're real active in working at those car shows.
Got it.
Uh, yeah.
That's
You know
cool.
what? I want to talk about your car shows. We need to take a break for a sponsor thing here for just a second. So let's come back and see what goes on with the Late Great Chevy Club's car shows. All right.
Great.
The Idaho Hot Rod Hall of Fame is the only nonprofit organization that rewards men and women who actively promote the hot rod community, clubs, and builders all over the state of Idaho. Each year at our September awards banquet, we award a Hot Rodder of the Year, a Young Rodder of the Year, and Car Club of the Year, as well as giving out scholarship money to students in the auto trades programs at local colleges. If you want to nominate an honoree, go to idahof.org, our website, or you can email us or message us through our Facebook page. So, before we hit the break, Ron was going to get into some stuff about car shows. What do we got?
So, how often do you have car shows, and do you like to keep them at the same place over and over again, or do you go like branch out to different locations?
Well, we have our main car show that we work is at Silverwood Theme Park,
Okay.
and then
Labor Day weekend.
Yep.
Oh, cool.
2-day show, and then
Wow.
yeah, mhm. And then we help another car club do a car show at the college here in Spokane. That's a
Got
car
it.
show, swap meet, both.
So let
Yeah.
me ask one about the helpers, I guess. You know, you said you had several people or have had people who come to kind of hang around and get acquainted and, you know, gather some knowledge maybe without necessarily having a car. Do those people tend to be younger? Is that kind of how some of those people get involved?
Yes, that's correct. Yeah, yeah, that's
That's cool.
an easier way to get the younger people involved too.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
Well, the reason
I
I
like that.
asked is, you know, the future, if I can get a little heavy here, the future of hot rodding kind of depends on the younger people. I mean, we're all at the point where, you know, we can see kind of backing up a little bit at some point in the future. And if hot rodding itself is going to continue, it's the younger people who are going to make that happen. But maybe they have different priorities than what we know as a traditional car club might have. When somebody comes to you and says, "Hey, I'm interested, but I maybe don't have a car, or I'm thinking about getting a car, or I'm 25 and I kind of want to do it, but I don't know anything." What do you guys think of as the challenges that relate to that and getting those people either to be a part of Late Great Chevy Club or just to be a part of the hobby in general? Are you mentors at that point, or are you what? I mean, what's your role in your vision?
Well, we have a Facebook page, and we're make sure that we get the newsletter out to those people.
Ah,
And
okay.
we make sure that the members talk to younger people, especially at the car shows. That's
Yeah,
that's the best place to find them
sure.
because they're walking around, they're interested, they're looking at your car, and that's when you go. Now, if they're interested, you should come to a meeting or come to one of our functions.
There you go. Yeah.
Cool. So
So I
what's
always
the name
ask
on your
this.
what's the name of your Facebook page?
The website. Uh,
Uh-oh.
I hope it has something to do with the Late Great Chevy Club.
Inland Northwest Late Great Chevys.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, so you specify the location. Is there a larger organization of Late Great Chevy clubs?
Well, there used to be
Oh,
we used to be part of the late great Chevy, the national club out of Florida. But I don't believe that is anymore that I know of. So
It
now
happens.
we're just on our own.
Okay. All right. So you bring them in, you talk to them, you refer them to the Facebook and or website pages. They can get information there. Well, what if they come back and they say, "Gee, I'm really interested." Do you have dues? Is there a structure? Is there a membership, list, or is it just you're here, you're hanging out, and you're part of us?
Well, mainly if you can get them to come to a meeting, then we try to get them to join.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good thing to do. And, you can hit them up even at the car club shows.
Sure.
Of course, all of our members all go to a whole bunch of other car shows also.
Sure.
So it's not just the car shows we have. Uh, uh, what's the one they just had at the fairgrounds?
Oh, the Speed and Custom Show.
Street 10, yeah, Speed and Custom Show, sure.
We had 13 cars in there.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw some of you guys' cars up there too. I mean, the Spokane Speed and Custom Show is a pretty big show. I mean, it's an annual event and it goes for 3 days basically, and there's a lot of stuff going on up there. And during the probably March or April through October around here, there's at least 2 or 3 shows every weekend and in various places, plus some of the smaller cars and coffees and things. So there's no shortage of places to go. And a lot of times it's, okay, where am I going to spend my time this weekend? Because there's a choice. There's always a choice. So, I mean,
So is there?
go ahead.
Go ahead, Brady. Go
I was
ahead.
just going to say, having a welcoming atmosphere for somebody coming in is a big deal. I mean, that's,
Yeah, it's very nice.
it's how you receive them. Do they get to sit in your cars? Can they touch your cars?
Sure. I would let somebody sit behind the wheel.
There you go. See?
Surprisingly, the older generation would bring back a lot of memories.
Sure does.
Just spark a light and wham! It's
Yeah.
back 50 years ago.
50.
3 times a year, we take the cars to a elder care home and
Right.
let people look at the cars.
Yeah.
And that's a great thing because they go, "Oh my gosh, I used to have what my folks had or whatever."
Right.
Yeah.
That really brings a
So you were-
smile on their face to go.
You were saying that. Go ahead. You were saying you guys go to like the colleges and you have a show at a college. Is that right?
At a
Did I
college.
hear you say you guys go to a college to do a car show or something or a cruise?
Oh, we did a car show at the local
That's
college.
really cool.
Car
Yeah.
show.
We had a discussion with the last club we had on the show about going to like maybe a basketball game or football game to show the cars off to the younger kids
Yeah.
to get them excited about seeing the history rolling into their function, and then maybe getting excited about maybe looking for an older car to try and be a member, or not even being a member, but get into the sport.
A lot of what we do is for scholarships for kids who are going to take automotive. That's what we'd like to give them for. And that's part of the college here has an automotive division. So that
Right.
was a joint between the automotive and the car clubs to have the car show there.
Very cool.
Yeah. That seems to be a real popular thing for clubs and organizations in general to do, is to, contribute to or support a scholarship fund. Do you guys have a standard amount that you do for your scholarships, or is it just whatever you can get together by way of donations or support?
Well, we have a donation through the Inland Northwest Car Club Council, which you donate to that yearly. It's $1,500.
Right.
And, that goes a long ways for anybody that could
Yeah.
Sure.
scholarship.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. So here's another question for people. There's a lot of people who have clubs. They're enthusiast groups, but generating money to kind of continue the sport is a big deal. How do you guys put together $1,500? Is it dues? Is it donations? Is it sponsorships through local businesses? What do you do?
Well, our biggest show, as Bob mentioned, the Silverwood show that we do on Labor Day weekend. We can have as many as 500 cars on a 2-day
Nice.
event. And, we're very fortunate in seeing that Silverwood opened in 1988.
Right.
Just before they decided to build this place in Silverwood to make it this big water park and the whole coaster of everything, they had pretty much a lot of people from the Pacific Northwest car clubs come in there, and they put on a show and a dinner, and they opened up and they had antique cars and airplanes in there.
Yep.
And wanted to know if they built a theme park at Athol, Idaho, would the car club participate? And everybody was excited about it. Sure enough, here it comes.
Yeah.
And we had an opportunity in the year 2002 to take over the car show.
Oh, nice.
Labor Day weekend, and we've been doing it for 23 years now.
Yep.
And it just keeps growing. It's everything on grass. I mean, it's ideal. You come to the car show by noon. The car show's over, and guess what? You get to stay and play at Silverwood until dark.
That's awesome.
Silverwood's admission isn't cheap, and if you're already in from the car show, that's a pretty good deal.
It sure is.
And back in 1980, 87 or 88, when Silverwood opened, I mean, Athol was kind of a long way from Coeur d'Alene and a longer way from. I mean, you had to fight bears to get up there. That was out in the weeds quite a ways. But it's practically, well, I don't want to say it's downtown, but it's a pretty easy drive now. I mean, 95 goes right up to it, and you come across 53 from Spokane. It's a pretty nice drive. And it is a huge facility and real nice now too.
Oh yeah. Back in the day when Silverwood opened up, probably in the late '90s, they used to do 8 Mile drag strip on the airfield.
wow.
Yeah.
They did it
Cool.
for 2 years, and it was such a blast. I mean, and really drew in the people, but they were thinking seriously about putting a 1/4 mile drag strip in that place, and I guess they kind of figured it was only seasonal, so they decided across the street is where they were going to put it. So what did they put in there? They put the trailers and all the camps and everything, and it just drew more and more people coming up and down 95, and that's where they made it. But it was fun while it lasted.
Yeah, there are people who would tell you the drag strip is still there. They just call it Diagonal Road now.
That's right.
I'm not one of those people. I'm just saying, I've just heard that. Hey, fellas, we're getting kind of down to it. Let me take us a break here just real quick so that we can get our last commercial in, and we'll come back and see if we can wrap this up in some kind of fashion. There's a great new family-oriented nonprofit car club in Idaho.
We're the Rat Bastards, and we want you.
Welcome all hot rods, 1969 or earlier, and orphans.
And the rough is enough.
Rat Bastards. Real steel and iron hot rods.
We are the Rat Bastards, and we want you.
We're all about old school hot rods and rat rods.
We get together, help each other build, and cruise like crazy.
Because that's the way car clubs are supposed to be.
Join us for cruisings all over Idaho and Washington.
Joining the club is easy.
A bunch of rat bastards.
Contact us through our club Facebook page or come talk to us at any event.
We have cruisings on the first and third Saturday of every month.
Check out our Facebook page for information.
Email us at ratbastardsidaho@gmail.com.
Rat Bastards!
We're charter sponsors of the Idaho State Hot Rod Hall of Fame and the Hot Rod Podcast.
Rat bastards.
Rat Bastards.
In the rough is enough.
It's not what you buy, it's what you build.
It's not what you buy, it's what you build.
It's
not what you buy, it's what you build.
It's not what you buy, it's what you build.
It's the most fun you can have with your clothes on.
It's the most fun you can have with your clothes on.
The most fun you can have with your clothes on.
Well, we're back, and yeah, it's been fun talking with you guys. I know that so many so many clubs are having kind of the same problems getting new people to come in, and especially getting younger people. I mean, we're all of an age where some of the younger people that are coming in might be grandkids, and getting those people to understand, the way we love cars is a little different, because they're maybe starting families, maybe they're, doing jobs, and they got a lot of other things, pressing on their time and their disposable income. But I do want to talk about you guys a little bit, and I know Ron's got a couple of last questions too, but I'm just going to toss this one out. What do you guys do to, not so much what do you do, but what's your focus when it comes to new club members specifically? How do they get in touch with you guys? Maybe you got a contact piece of information or a phone number, website, something along those lines.
Well, we'd like to say we have a website, and I'm trying to come up with
Me too. I should have had that written down.
That's okay. I got it running on the screen. It'll be right there for you.
Of course, they can always, we have an email, and I'm trying to find the email here too. Oh, just when I need something, I can't bring it up.
Well, we can run the email too. As a matter of fact, I'll put it up right here. So by the time this is done, you'll see the email right below us. What else you need to know, Ron?
Find it.
Ron, what else do you need to know?
Well, I was going to ask, so when you have someone that wants to be a member, do they have to pay like a membership fee, or is there a fee that you have to pay to become a member, or what's the criteria to be a member?
the membership fee is $20, and that pretty much gives you access to everything that we do, all of our cruises. Makes it so easy to join, and it just, once we get them involved, this like this Tuesday work crew that we do too, it doesn't always come down to being a car or a truck that we need to work on. We've worked on motorcycles. We've done some jobs just to help somebody out, help a member out, or possibly member know somebody that needs some help, and we just join in and we meet at a certain place. Usually we have coffee and donuts to get us geared up, and from there we pretty much look forward to, we call it the Tuesday work group, and it's open to all members who want to.
That's really cool.
And
that's a great deal to do.
That's really cool.
Okay, I'm ready now for the email.
Okay.
Late Great Chevy Club at outlook.com.
Perfect.
Or Late Great Chevy Club at gmail.com.
Okay.
Then we also have a phone number, 509 299. Where's that? We'll get old. 289-0706. That's to notify somebody.
All right.
But I don't know how you find Facebook.
You know what? I can find the Facebook page and I can run it right here. No worries. I got you covered. I got you covered. Hey, one quick question about the $20. Is that a one-time or is it an annual fee?
It's annually.
Annual dues. Okay. Okay. $20 a year. You can't have any kind of fun for $20 a year except in a car club. I mean, that's a pretty good deal.
Yeah.
That's when you cover the mailing or the stuff like that. That's what that's for.
Cool.
That's grand.
So, like, do you have club jackets or T-shirts or car plaques that you have an offer to your membership?
Yeah, we have officers, all officers and a board. And
nice.
This is a code, and we have T-shirts that we sell, hats we sell.
Perfect.
Coats we sell.
Yeah, well, I've seen the jackets and the hats at the INCCC meetings, so I know what those look like. You guys are always well turned out.
Yeah, and the coat's got the Lake Great logo on the
There's a
back.
logo on it. Yep. We'll run the
Very
logo
cool.
here too so people can see that.
Cool.
Yes.
Very nice. Well, Bob and Bud, I really appreciate you guys taking some time to talk about us. You know, the perpetuation of the sport is a big deal. And you know, we're all concerned that it continues, you know, even if we don't at some point. But it looks like it's pretty healthy. I think now that, you know, gas is coming down, so that's a good deal. And
Only in your state.
well, nationally, the average is at $1.87 lower this year than it was last year. So it's coming.
445.
I'm sorry you live there. I'm sorry, pal.
I'm sorry I live here.
I can't help you. It's these guys. At least Bob and Bud are, you know, 15 minutes away from cheap gas. You can get over
Well,
here.
when I'm in my hot rod, though, it's called miles per gallon. I don't care.
That's right. That's right.
All of our car club guys, though, they go and they buy the no ethanol premium.
Oh yeah.
That's another 50 cents a gallon or more.
Exactly.
Yeah, it is, but
more like $1
it's
here.
worth it. Yeah, my local no ethanol premium guy is only about 1.1 miles. I don't know why I know that exactly, but I do. I can go right over there and grab it. It's good stuff. Yeah. Well, listen, fellas, we're running all the information here. It's going to be available for folks, and we really appreciate, like I say, you taking time to talk with us. And
Thank you so much.
we're going to see you at shows around the Northwest and the Inland Empire. So once again, Bob and Bud, I really appreciate having you stop by.
Thank you.
All right.
Thanks, guys. Nice to
That's it for this episode of the Hot Rod Podcast. Be sure to like and subscribe to our show, and we appreciate it if you smash those notification buttons too, so you'll know when a new one drops. For Ron Foreman, I'm Brady Wright. This has been the Hot Rod Podcast. We'll see you on the next one.